countless times, and it sure looks like Brittney Griner says, white girl.
Brittney Griner elbowing Caitlin Clark in a crazy way and then calling her a trash white girl.
The WNBA should investigate Brittney Griner's seemingly uttering profanities about.
And Brittney Griner has not commented, which I find significant. I've watched that video count. We have heard nothing from the WNBA, absolutely nothing.
Brittney Griner recently captured attention for unexpected reasons, as she made headlines by delivering a shocking verbal jab at Caitlin Clark during a game, allegedly referring to her as a trash white girl. An incident aired live on television.
Brittney Griner appeared to call Caitlin Clark trash and effing white girl.
The incident has ignited a frenzy online, with fans demanding disciplinary measures and rumors about Griner's personal life resurfacing rapidly, akin to a swiftly called technical foul.
Caitlin Clark is an absolute all-star. She is the Michael Jordan of this. This is the girl that girls have been waiting for forever.
She wasn't the one who was full sprinting down the court.
The Rookie of the Year. She's 4th in the league in MVP voting.
Caitlin Clark is the needle mover.
Why do you like Caitlin?
And she's so good at basketball.
She is the franchise player.
Brittney Griner is, in fact, a man.
She is the needle mover.
Because she's that awesome person and she has like a lot of aura, so like.
She's my role model. I really look up to her.
Yeah, she is the main draw.
Caitlin Clark is a rising star in women's basketball. She's pulling in crazy viewership numbers.
And she was the MVP.
Tensions had been simmering in the league for some time, but Griner escalated the situation into a dramatic meltdown during live action. After fouling out of a hard-fought game, cameras captured her walking off the court, visibly mouthing the words, "trash effing white girl." And yes, it was unmistakably clear.
Griner, who I can't stand, sad that she's a Baylor grad. She called her a trash expletive white girl. That was the lip reading. Yes, trash white girl.
That clip viralized across the internet at lightning speed, faster than a buzzer beater from half court. This wasn't just typical trash talk. It was raw, harsh, and layered with underlying animosity. Even veteran analysts were left shocked. Skip Biss analyzed sharply, confidently stating that if a white player had uttered a racial slur on national TV, their career would likely be finished by the next lunchtime.
Is the WNBA okay with one of its players saying white girl on the bench and getting caught by TV cameras saying such? I guess they are. I guess they're okay with it. Obviously, the league would very much not be okay with a white player saying black girl on the bench in anger and getting caught by TV cameras. That would be an immediate suspension, if not a career ender for said white girl.
But when Griner made the remark, there was nothing. No fines, no suspensions, not even a sternly worded warning. The deafening silence spoke volumes, louder than a missed free throw in an empty gym, and fans were absolutely outraged.
It is completely possible that fucking white girl was about Caitlin Clark's popularity, about her stature, about her impact on the
Let's be real. Caitlin Clark has faced this kind of hostility since her very first WNBA warm-up. She's been pushed, shoved, and knocked around. Not because she plays dirty, but simply because she's undeniably dominant. And honestly, we can't ignore the fact that race has likely played a part in some of this too.
She has been abused repeatedly. We have shown you videos, just getting elbowed, getting crushed, inbound passes where they ram into her, just absolutely abused, and there clearly is a racial element.
Griner's outburst didn't happen in a vacuum. It was the latest chapter in a troubling pattern. This wasn't just a moment of heated emotion, it was a deliberate, venomous insult broadcast to the world. And for a league that constantly claims there's no place for hate, their deafening silence when the hate is directed at Caitlin is painfully loud.
NBA has come out numerous times. There's no place for hate. There's no place for race.
Now, the fans are demanding answers. They want to know why the league brushed this off like a missed layup. Why is Brittney Griner being protected from repercussions when she clearly crossed the line live on national TV? What if Caitlin Clark had said the same thing? The questions hang heavy. Double standards are impossible to ignore.
The league would not be okay with a white player saying effing black girl.
Imagine Caitlin calling Griner a trash black girl in front of cameras. It would have sparked media uproar, non-stop coverage, league-wide condemnations, and likely a lifetime ban from basketball. No debate, no hesitation, just immediate consequences, clear and decisive.
See an investigation into reverse racism that's going on across the league also.
Skip Biss hit the nail on the head once more. He pointed out that any white player uttering such a remark would be crucified by the media. But Griner? She gets a pass, as if she accidentally stepped out of bounds, and that's simply overlooked.
Referring quite clearly, I believe, to Caitlin Clark and a white referee as, quote, trash ass white girl.
And when commentators attempted to defend her, twisting her words into some misguided please, the footage is as clear as Clark's 3.4 form excuse. The evidence speaks for itself. Fans, lip readers, and even neutral reporters all confirmed what they saw. Yet the league acts as if someone simply forgot to turn up the volume. That kind of selective outrage is slowly poisoning the integrity of the WNBA from within.
You are a straight white woman in the WNBA. There is no way that you feel completely...
The same league that quickly launched an investigation into Indiana Fever fans based on vague, unverified allegations about Angel Reese is now shockingly silent, blind, and deaf when a player outright delivers a racist insult on live TV. Make that make sense.
Noise it's coming. I don't appreciate the new fans that sit there and yell racial slurs at myself, my teammates, and the people that I play against. Because yeah, those might be opponents, but those are friends too. You know, they don't deserve that. So I don't appreciate the new fans that think it's okay to do that.
This isn't new territory for Clark. She's been the league's favorite target from the very beginning, not because she talks trash or flops for calls, but because she's exceptional, white, and shifting the focus away from players who believe seniority grants them immunity. Angel Reese even reposted a meme showing Clark as running scared from a confrontation, captioned, "White girl running from the fade," like she's trying to start a beef mixtape. And this isn't just fan content, Reese shared it herself.
Image that she reposted. And the implication is, well, what it says at the top is white, this is how they say girl, G-Y, white gal, G-Y-A-L, running from the fade, like as if Caitlin Clark is basically a...
And the blows keep coming. Players have slapped her in the face, shoved her during plays, and treated every tough foul like they just won the championship. Yet, Clark never retaliates. No dirty tactics, no cheap shots. Just pure basketball excellence on full display, all while facing more hostility than any rookie has ever endured.
Got roughed up repeatedly by defenders throughout her rookie year last year. It was attempted bullying, trying to break her spirit, intimidate her, put her in her place, get even with her for all the attention.
Here's the harsh truth. Every time Caitlin Clark takes a hit, she's expected to stay silent, smile, play nice, and rise above it all. Never mind that she's the one being shoved, slammed, and now verbally attacked. While she's held to impossible standards, the very media that should be defending her is instead giving standing ovations to her antagonists. The message is loud and clear. Some players are granted a pass, while Clark is made a target. The league preaches growth, but turning a blind eye to what's happening to her? That's the real reason the game is shrinking.
Fever fan base of being racist. They investigated it. They said those accusations were false. The least that she could do is apologize to our great state and the fans that show up at these games and say, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Obviously, she's not going to do that. But also, Dan, why isn't the Indiana Fever apologizing to their own fan base for putting them through that, for going through those types of...
Casual fans, many of whom recently discovered the WNBA through Clark, are watching this unfold with disbelief. They tuned in to support her, only to witness her being ridiculed, physically targeted, and racially insulted, all without any repercussions. And what does the league give them in return? Nothing but silence, empty slogans, and a shrug. If this is how the WNBA treats its newfound audience, don't be surprised when those fans start turning off the TV and looking elsewhere.
In part, obviously, the league would not be okay with a white player saying effing black girl on the bench
So, let's cut to the chase. The question nobody in the front office wants to face. Why is Caitlin Clark expected to brush everything off while others get away with anything? Why is a racially charged insult directed at a white player dismissed as a minor mistake, while if the roles were reversed, the league would come crashing down? That's the hypocrisy fans are fed up with. And unless the WNBA finally confronts it head-on, they'll be ignoring their own league just as easily. No matter how many hashtag campaigns are painted across the court, the truth remains clear.
Is going to massively affect the WNBA.
Caitlin Clark is the closest thing that they have to quality play. Caitlin Clark, the Caitlin Clark effect is very real. She is the most valuable player.
WNBA without Caitlin Clark remains an attraction that not many people want to watch. Without Caitlin Clark.
But just when you thought the drama had hit its peak with Brittney Griner's fiery outburst, the internet reignited a long-burning firestorm. A controversy that simmered beneath the surface for years, now poured back into the spotlight with explosive intensity. This time, it's personal, invasive, and spreading like wildfire. We're talking about the renewed wave of speculation surrounding Brittney Griner's biological identity.
Brittney, let me see something real quick. Brick, thank you. Get the hell out of here, yo. Jab stepping, just a brick. Swing and a miss.
Oh!
Yo, I ain't gonna fake it right now.
That this person is not a female. Firstly, because this was actually posted to Brittney's personal Instagram.
Let's be clear, we're not spreading conspiracy theories. We're reporting on what's already exploding across social media, news outlets, and even whispers in locker rooms. The rumor mill has gone mainstream, and this time, the debate is fueled by real evidence, video clips, past posts, and what many are calling a conspicuous lack of transparency. The clip that reignited it all? A topless Instagram story from Griner herself, showing a chest that's unmistakably flat, with no visible scarring typically associated with top surgery.
That this person is not a female. Firstly, because this was actually posted to Brittney's personal Instagram. And when it comes to Instagram, they use a combination of like AI detection and plus manual surveyors, but specifically the AI detection to make sure that no explicit content ends up on the platform. So clearly whatever AI detection system was used when Brittney posted this and it stayed up for 106 weeks was not like, oh, this is a bare female chest, we have to take this down. It obviously assumed that Brittney was...
Here's what's raising eyebrows. Instagram's AI, known for flagging nude content, never removed the video. Not after a day, not after a week. It remained online for nearly 2 years. This suggests the platform's detection software may have classified her torso as male. Combined with Griner's deep voice, broad frame, and commanding physical presence, it's fueling a torrent of doubt. Even sports fans with no agenda are watching her collide with Clark and asking, are we even playing on the same field? The rabbit hole runs deeper. An anonymous post going viral claims Griner was assigned female only on paper, alleging her mother made that decision and suggesting she's been navigating the sports world with the truth hidden since day one.
Brittney is a weird case. He's a man, yes, that much is obvious, but not in the way that you think. He isn't trans. He's a straight cis male who was raised as a girl and given a girl's name by his parents. His mother is the insane one. She forced him to live as a female right up through high school, filled out all of his paperwork, including BC as female, and kept the charade.
The theory suggests that Griner lives and presents as male in everyday life, only switching when it's time to compete. Whether true or not, it's a narrative the league has yet to address. That's what fans are fixated on. Why keep such secrecy? In today's world, inclusion is valued, but so is fairness, especially in elite sports. If even a hint of these concerns holds weight, female athletes like Caitlin Clark deserve a league willing to investigate thoroughly. When a player with linebacker-like strength crashes into someone smaller, lighter, and more vulnerable, it's no longer just about sportsmanship. It becomes a matter of safety, equality, and whether the playing field is truly fair.
Brittney Griner comes out and says, I am so sick and tired of the NBA, WNBA. It used to be a peaceful, small little thing. Now there's crowds screaming, hollering. This is disruptive. It's not allowing us to play the game. Every time we play her, there's this commotion, like this loud rumbling from the stands. Turns out it's people, thousands of them, just sitting there watching on purpose. It's very disruptive.
And then there's the international dimension. Let's not forget, Griner was at the heart of a high-profile global incident when she was arrested in Russia for carrying cannabis, only to be exchanged later for Victor Bout, the infamous arms dealer known as the Merchant of Death. This isn't just a PR nightmare. It's a major national security issue. That swap represents a level of political influence and diplomatic leverage most citizens can only imagine.
NBA who are very fond of virtue signaling, but even when it comes to Brittney's exchange for like the Merchant of Death, which is insane, by the way, But had that been just like a straight white girl, my guess is that straight white girl would probably still be rotting in a Russian prison.
Fans are justified in questioning how someone with such a complex international history continues to be treated with kid gloves by the league. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, the player revitalizing the WNBA's relevance, can hardly even get a foul called in her favor. This raises critical questions about priorities, protection, and whether the league truly cares about safeguarding its future or simply shielding its favorites.
He was male, and therefore being topless on the platform was totally fine. It did not constitute as nudity. Now, some people may speculate, okay, well, is Brittney trans?
If there's even a chance that a biological male is dominating women's sports under false pretenses, it's more than just controversial. It could be the biggest athletic scandal of the decade, and Caitlin Clark finds herself at the epicenter of it. Not by choice, not by provocation, but simply because she's the one everyone watches, whether to cheer her on or to tear her down. The spotlight on her is undeniable, and the stakes couldn't be higher.
The jerseys, the number 22, the various styles, whether it's a t-shirt with 22, whether it's an Iowa jersey, whether it's a Fever jersey, a throwback, I mean, whatever. The amount of people in yellow 22 apparel is...
Caitlin Clark is the GOAT.
Clark is a rising star in women's basketball. She's pulling in crazy viewership numbers.
She signed my jersey. So happy, I'm crying. I'm so happy. This is the best day ever.
Caitlin Clark aimed to elevate the WNBA, bringing viewers, energy, and excitement to the sport. But instead of support, she's faced elbows, insults, and a deafening institutional silence. Fans are paying attention. They're not naive. They see clearly who's being protected and who's being punished. And it's not the player pushing the league into the national spotlight. It's the one causing chaos and getting a free pass while others are left to take the fall.
League. Agreed.
They went the extra mile just to watch her play here.
Just have nothing but great things to say about who she is as a person. Just so welcoming and so warm as an individual that she can have a conversation with anybody. She's cut from the same cloth as me in that regard. You know what? Us Midwesterners, we tend to just, accept everybody with open arms. She was so kind to my family and everyone in the suite when she came to KC. So huge fans of Caitlin.
She's the face of the...
Love watching her score and just everything about her.
It is a mad situation just all around when it comes to Caitlin.
This is great news for women's basketball, period.
Nice. And she was shooting the shit out of it.
Of course she was.
Right, so she was shooting the shit out of it.
She's the face of the league. Agreed.
The questions surrounding Griner only intensify each week. Yet there's silence. No clear answers, no transparency, and no guarantee that the league is safeguarding female athletes from unfair advantages. That's not leadership. That's cowardice. And if the league refuses to address it, the fans will take a stand. Support the game and stay tuned, because if the WNBA doesn't take action soon, it's more than just Caitlin Clark who will pay the price. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss an update. Click the video on the screen to continue, and we'll see you in the next one.